What is up, everybody? Welcome into the weekend pregame show, DNVR Nuggets Pregame Show, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Use promo code DNVR. You're going to want to download it right now because we're going to make some bets that you can't miss. I mean, these are locks to win. If Eric's telling us about them, they're like, no, that's not true. You might lose, but you should still download the app. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I don't like the turn that took, but you might lose.
I mean, we do win. I'm not going to lie. We do win more than we lose.
Money? Yes.
Money-wise, yeah.
Money,
I mean, I definitely have more money than I used to.
That's the point I'm making. I, too, have more money than when I started with this whole thing.
Yes.
So we're going to have some fun with that. I'm joined by Brendan Vogt.
What's happening, fellas? I got dressed up for business today, and by business, I mean, I guess Marcus Howard minutes. Let's go.
That's right, baby.
Lock in.
Over here, we got D-Line Co. You know him as D-Line Co.
I've dressed up for the business of watching the Nuggets and drinking alcohol.
That's what I did as well. And over here, of course, we got Superstar Dev.
I heard to get dressed every day because it's polite.
Dev is the only one of us here with style. All right, so we have a packed pregame show, it turns out. I didn't think we did. I thought this was going to be a regular Saturday show. Of course, shout out to our European audience. This is like the best time for Euros to watch. Usually it's like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning.
Welcome.
Prime time, so welcome in, everybody. We got game notes. We're a little bit later. We're going to talk about what we're going to learn from this game. We're going to talk about our favorite European players ever. Ooh. Jokic probably high on that list. Just spoiler alert.
I forgot about Jokic.
I forgot about him too.
Changed my list.
And then the betting. But let's start with the game notes. We got some interesting news pregame, Vote.
So Jamal Murray is out with left knee soreness. Facundo Campazzo, previously questionable, now out with right knee soreness. They will join Gary Harris and PJ Dozier, who are both out, as we knew, coming into the day. So, fellas, not a lot of guards for the Denver Nuggets tonight.
Not a lot of guards, indeed. This is wild, man.
This was something that we really wanted. Everyone wanted Jamal to be able to take a few games off and get himself together.
It's true.
But we didn't think that all of the guards were going to be out with him. You can't take everyone with you on your way out. Just rest by yourself. Now they have no guards, and it's going to force a lot of different lineups is what it's going to do.
Eric, go ahead.
So let me see if I understand this. You're saying Jamal Murray is out due to an ailment in his legs.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Let me write that down.
I mean, we did talk about this as in he has been banged up all season long, a game off. So what's interesting about this specific game off, I'm sure it really is injury related and probably something that happened in this last game, but he played last Sunday. He will not play again until at the earliest on Monday. He will have one game in between there, that Lakers game. That's actually pretty good rest when you just talk about we're a quarter of the way through the season, assuming this left knee injury isn't something serious. If it's just like, hey, I need a game off. Maybe it is a good thing. Am I trying to look at the silver linings too much here?
Oh, I mean, I wonder if this is like, was he, if this is the Lakers today, do they play him? Are they viewing this as, okay, Kings for the third time, maybe we can get away with this? And like you said, with the way it lines up, it goes into an extended break. I mean, it's a blessing in disguise as long as they win today.
Right.
I think it's great no matter what. I think that Jamal Murray needs time off to get ready and get right. If you took the next couple games off, I think that it'll be okay. I think that you're not going to be able to get Jamal Murray at his best unless he's rested or at least fine. I'm not saying that he just needs to be perfect because there's nobody that's not exhausted right now, but he has been dealing with so many different injuries that he needs a little bit of time.
It is crazy. We've not seen one like prime Jamal Murray performance this year. There's been like something.
There have been prime halves.
Yeah, but we've had to like attribute why his performance was lacking to a myriad of
it's kind of true
reasons this year. Like, really I'm hoping. I mean, my thought and my hope was that having that game canceled would be the blessing in disguise, and get him the rest. But
2 blessings in 2 disguises.
Oh, so many blessings.
So many disguises.
Hashtag blessed.
What's the Kings report?
Daquan Jeffries is out.
It's pretty much even. Yeah.
So that's it.
Both teams playing
Both
extremely
teams missing some key players.
You forgot to mention Greg Whittington, I believe.
That's right, Greg Whittington. So out with not a real person.
Not a real person.
It's going to be crazy.
That's what his injury is.
It's going to be crazy when Greg Whittington comes back and literally shuts LeBron down.
Oh, it's going to be so
like,
great.
Oh, right.
And then he's like, make fun of me on that DNBA show now.
I've never made fun of him. I'm a big G-Wiz man. That's just me, though.
Greg Whittington. So let's move on to what the point is of this game for us. And I'm going to say it right off the top. The Nuggets lose tonight. It's a bummer. And I'm going to completely eat crow on what I'm about to say.
GD Kings.
But we could. We very well could. But at this very moment, before the game has happened, I'm a little more excited for tonight's game because we're going to get guys that we haven't seen in a while. And maybe by the end of the first quarter, I'm like, get Bull out of there. What are we doing? But at this very moment, RJ Hampton, Bull, maybe Marcus Howard if we're going to get real crazy, maybe Zeke Naji, Isaiah Hartenstein. Those are all guys that I'm curious to see in real minutes. And at least one or two of them are going to play today. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, definitely. But it would be better if it didn't count in the win-loss column.
But what if it's the win?
Oh, then it's great.
I mean, look, I'm being serious about this. The Kings are not a great team. They have Denver's number.
Of course.
And they are especially good at attacking our guards, and we are Denver is even more depleted now from the guard spot. But, Denver's still really good. Like, they don't have an answer for Jokic.
It's also, it's really hard to beat a team 3 times in a row, especially when you just have less talent. I mean, eventually, having numbers or not, like the Nuggets are due,
Yeah.
This is a game that really determines your Nuggets fandom because you get to see, like, the casual fan is not going to know who Marcus Howard is. The casual fan, they've seen Bobo, but they haven't seen him this year.
Right.
The Nuggets fans are going to be excited about this game because it gives a lot of opportunity for guys that they could all stand for.
Right.
You'll see a lot of Monte Morris this game, and everyone loves Monte Morris, and Monte we all trust.
And Monte we all trust.
You get to like see guys. Then also your game plan has to be Nikola Jokic. Give him the ball in every single way. That's going to be fun. Michael Porter Jr. gets to finally come out. He's going to get more minutes. This is a great game, I think. Like, I'm excited for it.
Me too.
We talked a lot about that Lakers game plan for Jokic. Sacramento, not so much. I mean, Rashawn Holmes gives him trouble on the other end, but he's had his way with Bagley, Holmes, whomever the big is guarding him.
So here's some things that we're going to learn about today's game, and this is number one. So we talked about all those other guys. We've already crossed that off. Like, who gets bumped up? How do they look when they get actual minutes? And one of those guys is going to get actual minutes tonight, or maybe two of them. But the guy we haven't talked about that is certain to get a lot of minutes, that has actually been very down, up and down player, but has been very down lately, is Michael Porter Jr. I see no way in which he doesn't play 30 minutes tonight.
Dude.
He's going to have to score a lot of buckets. So you're taking out Gary Harris, you're taking out Jamal Murray, you're taking out, all of those guys that are going to handle the ball. So Michael Porter's going to be a key player tonight, and I have a feeling he's going to get 15-plus shots. Usually when he gets 15-plus shots, that means 20-plus points.
This is a matchup where the last 2 times that we played them, he scored 30 and 27.
Man.
So I believe he was in the starting lineup then too. So
he was. They were. Yeah, it was the first 4 games.
If you had to pick one, you're not getting both. MPJ gets his nose in, battle of the boards, plays decent defense, doesn't hit his shots, or full
Mike.
Mike.
MPJ game.
Mike. You're talking about,
but he's a mess on the other end.
Yeah, Mike.
Well, they're going to lose in the second one, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, he does need to play good defense, but one of the theories I've had, and I said this on our mailbag pad the other day, talking about Hartenstein and MPJ, when you know your minutes are coming, it's just easier to play. When you don't know, if you're out there going like, I'm one screw up away from being on the bench and not closing this half or whatever, it's harder. And tonight, I think MPJ knows, like, they're not sitting me, man. Like, they got to play me. And also, not only are they not sitting me, but there really is something too, and I think Ryan Blackburn has been all over this. Murray and MPJ has been good. Jokic and MPJ has been good. The 3 of them together has been a little rough. This is one of those games where Jokic has to be looking around and going like, okay, Monte gives me something solid, but he's not going to score 30. We got who's going to be the shooting guard?
Right.
Who's going to be starting shooting guard tonight? But Will Barton, I assume.
Barton,
Yeah, so Barton maybe
Monte
steps up, but he
one.
doesn't quite have it this year. JaMychal Green, Paul Millsap, he has to look at Michael Porter and be like, that's my guy that's capable of scoring 30 tonight. I got to find him.
I hope he talks like he's like,
Nemo's got the starters on the screen.
Oh, did they get announced?
Monte Barton, MPJ,
Monte
Millsap,
Barton,
Jokic. There, look at that. Great news. So
that
there we
makes
go.
sense.
calm down,
Let me just
Internet. MPJ
confirm.
is starting again. We can all.
Yeah, all it took was like 7 injuries, and he is back at the starting
Can you
lineup.
believe it? That's literally.
It's
all it
funny,
took.
too, because you remember his first career start? Sacramento Kings.
You know what has to be very, very confusing for a player like Michael Porter Jr. to hear Malone a lot of times say, hey, you need to fit in, you need to get to your spots, you need to have your assignments. And then these type of games when Jamal Murray's out, he's like, just be you. Just go out there and score. Just go out there and do like what you have to do. Like that has to be confusing for a player like him because his everything is predicated on if he scores the basketball. Like if back to what Vogt just said, if you go back to the second scenario where he's not making shots but he's doing everything else correct, I mean, maybe Malone likes it, but the common fan is like, no, we want to see Michael Porter Jr. score. So everything about him is based on if he scores the basketball. which makes it really difficult for him because he's going to have a lot of not so good scoring nights. Or even if he does go for 10 or 12, but he does everything well, we're still not saying, yeah, Mike, on those regular days.
And my point was, I think to see the latter, I think at this point we need to see the former first. He's got to see some shots fall. And then it's, yeah, Mike, his teammates are feeling him. He's smiling. He's going for that block attempt. He's going for the offensive board. He's with it on D. Lately, to me, the last couple of games, it's looked a little bit like, well, I'm not even hitting my shots, and the body language has been down.
Right. Hopefully, I mean, I really mean this. If there's one thing I can have today, it'd be an MPJ breakout game. That's like, as much as there's all these other cool things, a bowl game, Hartenstein getting in, RJ Hampton maybe. Number one for me, if MPJ looked like a star that we think he does when he gets to shine a little bit more, that would be a huge win for me. Who do you guys predict gets bumped up today? So the candidates are RJ Hampton, Bol, Hartenstein, Zeke, Najee, Marcus Howard. Those 5 guys. I think 2 of them are going to play.
Hard.
This is hard or not?
It's a hard decision.
It is a hard decision, but I'm going to start with you, Dev. Who do you think gets bumped up?
I say it's hard. You go.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool, you get first.
I could have looked around the room. I say, that is tough. I'll say RJ Hampton, just because
he's a guard.
And he's also the one that Malone has relied on as of late. It seems like he goes through times where he chooses a person, and that's who he's going to go with. RJ Hampton has been the one that's going with it. Also, he's a guard, and they're going to be missing guards, or you can't play Monte the entire game.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
So yeah, I would say Hampton would be my guy.
I think. Go ahead, Eric.
I think it's gonna be Hartenstein. My man, curvy neck Hartenstein.
That's I don't know if that's
Put
gonna
that on a shirt.
I don't know if that's gonna stick.
Old curved neck
Scoliosis.
yeah. That's my guy. No, I mean he's just like he's just like if you just made a list of Nuggets, he's just in that position next in line. Whether or not it makes sense to play him because of all the guards are out, I don't know. But I just feel like he's going to be in because he's just been that guy. Malone likes guys that he's comfortable with. We're definitely going to see RJ Hampton. We're definitely. I am so I don't even know what to expect from Bol anymore. I don't know if I should consider him a real NBA player or if I should just consider him a weird little after dinner mint when it's the victory cigar.
That seems more right. That seems more right for now.
I would love, dude. Nothing would make me happier than if Bol became a legitimate player that you put on the court.
Look, as far as today, Barton's starting, MPJ's starting, PJ Dozier's out. Who's the backup small forward?
Who's the backup shooting guard?
Also a valid question, which is why I think RJ Hampton and Bol could get some burn today.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe Hartenstein too. I think if I were tiering this in order, I'd say Hartenstein's playing almost certainly. I think RJ Hampton's playing almost certainly. And I kind of think that Bol's going to get an opportunity early on in this game. And if he plays well, he gets a second opportunity. If he doesn't, he probably won't. Zeke Najee, if Bol plays really poorly, maybe gets an opportunity in the second half, or maybe they just limit the rotation. I don't know, but it should be fun either way.
Yeah, we need Rakia. We're being screamed at in the comments.
We're being screamed at. Why?
For luck. People think without
we
the
didn't get a super chat, man. I'm not taking a shot on.
I'm just listen, even without the super.
You can take. Really? Wow.
It's disrespectful to do a show during Serbian hours and not drink. It's literally just offensive.
Couldn't agree more.
And I'm about respect.
Respect. Dev's a big respect guy. You didn't know that?
I did not know that. Let's move on to our favorite European players, guys. We got a big European audience today. We're trying to be very respectful. Yeah, Rudy Gobert, number one. So I'm going to start us off and just tell you. Rather than us all go through, I'm going to go through my list. Okay, of top Europe. Obviously, obviously number one is Jokic, but we talked about him enough.
Second. Let's debate.
No. There's no question. It's Jokic. Number two for me personally.
There's a super chat.
There it goes. All right. I just squeezed our audience out of some money here.
And if you want to hear my list, you'll need a super chat.
So Jokic number one. For me personally, number two, the French Jokic.
I already know.
Boris Diaw, baby. You already knew it. I'm telling you.
I wanted to bet on this.
Oh, man. I'm telling you.
The odds would have been high.
If we could have had a team that was like Manu Ginobili, Boris Diaw, and Jokic on the same team, they would never lose. They would never. The ball would pop so well.
So wait, Boris Diaw is not Brazilian?
What? No. He's French. Boris Diaw.
certainly. Oh yeah, Boris Diaw. Egg on my face. Apologies to both
So,
nations.
to me, do you guys have anybody else have a connection to Boris Diaw or not really?
Were we all compared to him during our playing days, and we've held on to this for the rest of our time? Nope, that's just you.
We all fun. We're fun.
Boris Diaw was. I'm telling you guys, go back and watch the 2014 NBA Finals. He was robbed of the MVP. They gave it to Kawhi. It should have been Diaw. It should have been Diaw. I'm telling you, watch the game. If you watch those games now, you're gonna be like, he's playing just like Jokic.
Yeah.
He's doing like all the same stuff, man. He was incredible.
Diaw crawled so Jokic could run.
He really did. He really
So
did.
Jokic could
also
sort of
walk.
stumble.
Occasionally dunk.
My number 2 is Dirk. I think most people's number 1 is Dirk, but honestly, the big German, he reminds me more of Jokic from a personality standpoint. Like, they're both, I just so immensely lovable, like funny, lighthearted, like anti-stars in a lot of ways.
Right.
I think it's hard. Do you know anybody that hates Dirk?
No, not a single person.
I really don't.
Not one.
Do you know people that hate Dirk? Honest question.
I do.
You do know some people.
He's
Might
like,
have been cultural
he's
here.
like, I know one person.
Do you hate Dirk?
No.
Oh,
I don't
jeez,
hate
I was
Dirk.
about to-
I think that the anger with Dirk is just the whole narrative about when he beat Kobe and then LeBron. And
That's a hell of a run. Are you kidding?
I said he should get more respect.
Yeah, exactly.
For that run.
You imagine if Jokic went through like Durant and LeBron, like, and then
Let
the
me
Warriors
imagine a few
With
months
the
from now.
greatest shooting performance of a big
and
ever,
clutch and comebacks
ever.
and all that stuff, we'd be like, yeah, of course, we anoint this guy. Whatever, he had a great.
I do
great
think
run.
once Dirk won, it was like everyone lost their license to criticize him. You know what I mean?
So here's what's funny about
Some
Dirk.
people like renewed it though.
And if you think about Jokic's career arc, imagine if because he had some good playoff moments, but Dirk did. But then he got to that MVP season and got knocked out, right? And then he goes to the finals and loses. Like, imagine Jokic having a string of seasons like that. Actually, I think I mixed those two up. But imagine him having a string of seasons like that where they go far and then collapse, and everyone's like, "You were supposed to win and you
Right.
didn't do it." And then next year you get MVP and get bounced in the first round. Like, it would take
this
so
guy will
much.
never win.
It went 4 years of people being like, Dirk is not a star. He's a second-tier
Soft.
guy. Soft. He's overrated. And then he won one. It's like, it would be hard to do for Yoke. It'd be hard for us to take 4 years of, like, nothing matters. Oh, he had another triple-double. Who cares? We'll see what happens in the playoffs. And, like, nothing's fun anymore. It would be really tough. But Dirk did it and overcame it.
oh, Dirk.
All right. Everybody's moved on from Dirk, I guess.
Hey, Malone talked about this stuff earlier today. He thinks it's like a rite of passage for stars. This is, you go through those trials and tribulations. It helps motivate you.
Yes, love this.
Then he also said something cool about Jokic, though. His favorite part, one of his favorite things about him, he's pretty sure Jokic would have embraced this mentality whether he had succeeded last year or failed. He just thinks he's more about this process of getting better every day than he's given credit for.
Love it. Put this into my veins, baby.
Adam is back. You know what it took? Just
We
one
have to-
mention.
we have to drink, right?
One mention of one
leadership.
mention of Boris Diaw. Look at Adam. He's a new man.
I am a new man.
All right,
Thank you to the
you can
chat.
feel this deep in our
Happy
plums.
Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Yum. That's good. Woo.
Shout out to the sponsor.
Yo, I love that. I love that Rocky. I can't get enough.
Dude, that really does hit you
Yo,
like
that
3
kid-
times. It's
I'm
like a
telling you,
triple
dude.
puncher.
2:48 in the
Yo, that-
afternoon.
It goes across my spinal cord every
really
time.
does.
It just sits there.
What does that mean?
Next guy on my, we had to go through quickly here. Andre Karolinko.
Dude.
So underrated, Andre
Oh,
Karolinko.
that's a great one. Yeah, I forgot
guy
about
that I think
Duvalier.
one of my favorites. Sadly, he played for Utah, but he would have been a perfect Nugget on the
Oh,
squad.
dude. You tell like as a man who makes T-shirts, like the ability to have AK-47 as a guy that you're like making something for, like
That would be great.
I feel like you're a big Gasol brother guy now.
he's not. Even, they're not on my list, but yeah. I mean, they
No.
both play
No.
for the Lakers.
A
so F 'em,
Gasolman?
Oh, yeah,
you
that's
know?
right.
Arvydas Sabonis and Domantas Sabonis, both two guys that I
are
really.
there any like non big lunky big men
Nope,
that are
nope.
your
This is all my favorite Euros. Well, actually, here's my next one. Here's a shout to the real, true Euros
Oh,
in the
boy.
chat today. Sarunas Jasikevičius. Do you guys remember him?
Oh, you're
I
right.
might be too old. Do you guys don't
Maybe,
remember?
maybe if we could you spell it for us?
I
Yeah,
really
yeah.
definitely cannot. So here's where I remember
Country
it.
of
Back
origin,
in
please.
2004 and 2006. I don't even remember which one
Such
it was.
a pander job.
No, it's not at all. No, it's not at all. I'm telling you, Team USA got. There was, I think it was 2004 when they just lost a bunch of games, not just one, but multiple of games. Might have been 2006. But they go in and play Lithuania, and Jasikevičius is there. Watch, the chat's gonna be popping off with this. Straight humiliated the Denver Nuggets or the Team USA. Straight humiliated them. Could not, like, talking trash the whole game. You're going up against the best players from the US, and he's there just draining threes and like shit talking him, and they're like, "We're down 20, and we can't stop this dude." He was like the true like. I don't even know who to compare him to. Like a true.
Well, apparently he's now a coach and a doctor.
He's like a great coach too, I believe. I think he's like had a lot of
It
success.
says literally, Sarunas is a great coach now. Next comment from Vogt is Sarunas is a doctor.
He's a doctor. Well, I'm telling you, I think he'll come to the NBA at some point and be a head coach. Like he's like
a doctor.
Steve Nash, Allen Iverson type. Like just incredible point guard. I got Bielitsa on here. I've also got Bogdanovic. These ones are pandering, I'll admit, but I also do love them.
Do we tell ours that you just have every player from Europe?
One of our
Serbian, too.
our members, I think it was Chill Ducey today, tweeted how badly he's wanted Bielitsa on this team, and now he's finally available, and he's not really quite what the Nuggets need anymore.
Yeah.
But
I would take him. Are you kidding me? If you had JaMychal Green and Bielitsa as your two power forwards in a heartbeat, I would take it. Like they're a little different, but I would take Bielitsa. I also, man, I have this theory, and the Serbians usually agree with this. I feel like you get 110% out of every Serbian you add to the team. Like you have Jokic, you add Bogdan, you don't get regular Bogdan, you get super Bogdan. You add Bielitsa, you get super Bielitsa.
and you get
Serbian interest.
never sad Jokic.
And you get never
That's the
sad
key.
Jokic.
That's
Are you
the
kidding
key
me?
right
So
there.
there's this area.
Joyful Jokic?
Linus Kleza's on my list. I wasn't as
How long
attached.
is this list?
Well, it's a long list.
Voya says, "Don't take it literally, Eric. He's like a great player. Like he has a PhD in basketball."
Yeah, I'm the idiot. I read the line. He's a doctor. I'm sorry. I should have read the contextual clues. My bad.
Juancho and I got a couple nuggets. So I got Kleza here. I got Juancho and Gomez. Still, forever in my heart. Even if it turns out he's just not good at basketball. But Timofey Mozgov, the other one. Mozzie is an all-time I like that dude. Even though he wasn't that great of a player.
I loved Mozzie. He was like a Denver stiff. He was the stiffest player in the
totally.
league.
He's a Mount Rushmore all finesse team guy too. He got those checks.
He was
He's one of the most overpaid basketball players of all time.
His was the most egregious contract when the
He was
salary
in that
cap.
big year
yeah.
when Tyler
He
Johnson
got $100 million.
It was one of those egregious mistakes the Lakers made that they just got bailed out
that they've
for.
been paying for ever
Yeah,
since.
really.
why LeBron went.
You can't make any mistake. You can't make any mistakes as the Lakers.
All right, it's time for that was my list. If you guys in the comments, some guys I might have missed.
I like Danilo Gallinari. Did he come up? I'm a big fan of Rudy Fernandez. He played for our team.
Chris Birdman Anderson, not
I like
for him,
Deadlift
but
Shrimp.
shout
What
out.
about Peja? Peja's in there,
Peja's
right?
Peja's not on my list. I liked Peja.
I love Peja.
I liked Peja.
What about Tony
He's not on my
Parker?
list. Tony Parker's not on my list either, man.
Yeah, right. There's
like
only
Tony Parker.
because you have to get bigger and lunkier to make it on that.
Tony was handsome. It was
So true.
handsome and handsome women.
Zydrunas Ilgauskas, you guys remember him? Incredible.
Like anyone who's stationary can rebound and
What about
pass. Like
Vlade?
Adam's like, yep, that's my dude.
Vlade.
Vlade Divac.
I mean, I have an appreciation
Yeah,
for
Jan
anyone
Vesely, the
who likely
Airwolf.
smoked a cigarette at halftime.
All right, guys, we got to keep the show moving. We got to go.
Adam just saw 48 guys. We all went 2. He's like,
Oh my gosh! Come on, guys.
Get through it.
All right, we got to open up. It's the best part of the show. We got to open up the DraftKings Sportsbook app, the presenting sponsor of our
Unbelievable.
pregame show here.
Chip.
And we got to look at the line. And guess
Make
what? The
some
line
money.
is moving in the Kings. I guess because the Jamal Murray move. That
That's
makes
probably
a lot
why.
of sense. The Nuggets now only favored by 1.5. Eric, are you surprised they're still favored?
no, because this is based on recent trends, although just because the two teams are trending in opposite directions.
Bohemian Rhapsody just came on at the bar. What the hell is
No,
going
it's been on for some time.
We're in the middle of
We're
it.
in the middle of it. We're about to crescendo, so maybe I'll line up my bets. With
I
this
just love all these
crescendo.
people at the bar for the Nuggets game, and they're like, "What the hell is this, man? You come,
Wait,
easy,
yeah.
go."
That we actually had a pretty mega block of anyway, whatever. Am I surprised? No, I'm not surprised. But I don't even know what to think. Before, when I thought Jamal Murray was playing, I was so obnoxiously confident in this game, and now I'm like, oh man, are we going to lose 3 times to the GD Kings?
Are we
can't
allowed
handle
to,
that.
to bet against the Nuggets on this
What
show?
are you, Pete Rose? Downvote over there?
Downer vote. So you're taking the Kings tonight?
If these odds move. They haven't moved enough yet for me to feel good
I
about
think
it.
I'm taking the Nuggets tonight. It could go off the
Dude,
rails.
I'm taking the Nuggets.
It
Absolutely.
could go off the rails very easily, but you know what?
Dude, this is why I can never be a professional gambler.
This is why.
You're-
This is
Because
why.
This is the reason.
First
yeah.
here it comes.
Well, first off, I'm incredible at it. I mean, I've won unbelievable.
How many
amounts.
units? So many units.
I am at
Now he's doing math. This is great. Chris is
great live show.
yeah.
7. I'm at 50 units.
You're 50 units
He
up.
just made
Yes,
that.
that's
up.
quite a bit.
He doesn't even know
That was
what
a
his
freestyle.
units are.
Yeah, that was a freestyle that took quite a bit of calculation in my head. But the point being, I don't like to bet on things where I don't like the outcome.
Oh, totally. That's how you're supposed to be.
Yeah, but like that's why you can't be a professional gambler.
It's like, well, when you play dice, what's it called? Craps. And you're like the one guy on the don't come line or something. You're betting against everyone else at the table. It's
You're just like the
all
villain, the foil.
You kind of suck.
Yeah, like there's the concept of the emotional hedge, but at a certain point, like I don't even want to be like, yeah, when like a curry basket happens. So this is a game I feel like the Nuggets, like there's pride at a certain point involved.
Okay.
Nuggets
So
don't
I'm
wanna
on
lose a
Nuggets.
third
You're
time
You're
to
not on Nuggets. You're incoherent. And then what do we have over here for Dev? What are you feeling?
What if I said Boris Dio? Would you listen to me again?
Honestly, do you know if he's on the Nuggets or not? I have no idea what he just said. It was like a 2-minute answer, and I'm like, well, so we're not on what?
I'm not on the Nuggets today.
You're not on the Nuggets? Well, this is not going well that I'm the only one on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I'm on it. I told you I'm on it.
Well, I didn't. Okay. Let's take a look at how this game's going to go. So Jokic's points, I believe, are at 22.5.
No,
Murray.
26.5
They
now.
bumped
way up.
They went way up now to 26.5. That's pretty high, man. That's his season average. Nobody liked that joke there? That was pretty good. It's pretty high. It feels high, but that's what he's averaging.
It's true. Bang those Jokic points. MPJ not on the board. You want to know why? As much as we love them, DraftKings cowardly. Cowardly.
It's a
Shout
very
out to the
interesting,
sponsor.
very interesting strategy here.
Who we love so much.
But they love them. I mean,
Honestly, though, MPJ, like, you know how all these lines, like Jokic is either going to have 26 or 27 points tonight because the line, they set the line so perfectly. MPJ will either have like 30 or 6.
he's going to have 30.
Yeah, all right.
So you know what? He's going to have
All right.
36.
Real analysis bet time though. Yoke 26.5. I mean, they're going to need that from him, right?
I mean, yeah, definitely.
I'm telling you,
It's so high, though.
I know. I'm telling you, Nikola Jokic has recorded a triple-double in both games against these same Kings.
These guys
this
can't
season.
guard him. These guys can't guard him.
Marvin Bagley might spend some time. Rashawn Holmes.
I have taken the triple-double.
They foul a lot.
Yeah, I've taken the triple-double, and I've taken all of the things that
taken the
add up to the
triple-double?
triple-double. I've taken the rebounds. I've taken the
take
points.
the
I've
points.
taken the assists. Take it all.
It is funny that Jokic is really the only player they have on here for Denver, like on any of the bets. So, like, if you go to rebounds over there with Jokic, they don't even have Jokic's rebounds.
I also took Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah, I was
points.
going to say, let's talk about Rashawn Holmes at 11.5. First team all Nuggets killer.
You know what I'm taking my bet today that I actually really like? I'm taking Jokic's assists. It's 8.5.
Yeah.
I think it's a big assist game. I think it's a big score game too, but assists 8.5. He's going to be passing so much. Like all the guys playing today need him to set them up. So I think he's gonna have a
Also,
lot of
again,
them.
if you're betting on absolutely anything else in the universe, parlay it with Jokic to get a double-double. And you just add to that.
like
total.
Harrison Barnes, 16.5. Odds in the favor of the over. MPJ starting today.
But Harrison Barnes is one of those ones that's like it's like betting on
I'm not
Rudy
betting on
Gobert
the Kings.
points. You know, like
Right,
he's going to
yeah.
screw up the wide open layup.
So
every now and
true.
then. It's like-
Last time out, he really just went after. He attacked MPJ
That's what I was
every
thinking.
single time down. It has to be in the game plan. I think they're going to stick with it. That's one that I'm really.
You know
high
what? F it. MPJ is going to play great today. He's going to play great defense. He's going to play great offense. You know,
Dude,
So
Adam
you want to
just
take the under?
Adam just felt the spirit of Boris
taking
Dio
the
I'm not
into his
taking
body.
over if you want. The spirit of Boris. It lives in me. I'm fueled. You guys, I can't believe Boris isn't that old, man. He could come out of retirement. He's been sailing the world for the
Who
last.
said
like,
he
2
was
years.
old? We just said that you loved him.
No,
to,
I know.
to like an
Nobody said it.
uncomfortable
I'm
degree.
bringing up a whole separate point here. I'm just saying that I haven't completely abandoned hope that Boris Diaw unretires and comes to the Denver Nuggets.
Wow, that is. I have.
That's
Why
why
don't
we went there.
Why don't you be unretires from whatever
Sailing the
relationship
world?
he's in, and then the two of you can hook up.
Oh my God! Come on, man.
Grow up, Eric.
Grow up, man. It should be a fun one, guys. I'm excited. And then what I'm more excited about, Europe, usually you have to get up early in the morning. You're watching us before work. Tonight, Saturday, you're going to be drinking some Rakia. Nuggets win. We get to go to a winner's lounge. We can't wait to see you right
Yo.
back here because the post-game show is going to be lit if the Nuggets win. And if they lose, we'll make it fun.
you
One way or
notice how
another.
much-
It's Saturday night for us. So.
Did you notice how much gigglier we all got after taking that Rakia shot?
We got very giggly.
I think it works.
I think it does work. It definitely works. It definitely works. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're going to see you after the game.
Winners
Nuggets.
Lounge
Winners.
coming.